Why didn't anyone help her? The Kitty Genovese murder and the bystander effect. Someone screams for help. You're nearby. Do you act or assume someone else will? It's a question that shocked the world in 1964, when 38 people allegedly watched a woman get murdered, and no one helped. Welcome to one of psychology's most disturbing chapters, the bystander effect. March 13th, 1964, New York City. A woman named Kitty Genovese is walking home after a late shift at a bar. It's around 3 a.m. when a man named Winston Mosley attacks her near her apartment entrance. She screams, "Oh my God, he stabbed me! Please help me!" Some lights flick on, a few windows open. Voices murmur. One man yells, "Leave that girl alone!" The attacker runs away. But here's the horrifying part. A few minutes later, he returns. Kitty is crawling toward her apartment. He finds her in a stairwell, stabs her again, fatally. She's stabbed a total of 14 times, over 30 minutes. While she bleeds out, she whispers for help. And according to reports at the time, no one came. According to early news reports, 38 people heard or saw parts of the attack, but none of them intervened. No one called the police until it was too late. This wasn't just a crime. It became a case that rocked public consciousness and redefined how psychologists think about human behavior. The bystander effect is when individuals are less likely to help in an emergency when others are present. Basically, the more people around, the less likely anyone is to do anything. Your brain goes, someone else will handle it. It's called diffusion of responsibility. It's not about being a bad person, it's about a very human brain glitch. You see others doing nothing, and you assume, maybe it's not a big deal. Or worse, if no one's acting, maybe I shouldn't either. That's social proof in action. The monkey brain says, wait and mimic, even when the house is metaphorically or literally on fire. Here are some real-life examples that you may have witnessed yourself. Seen a fight break out in public and everyone just stares? Heard someone crying loudly in a building and no one checks? Fire alarm goes off, and instead of running, people just wait to see what others do? Office emergency? Everyone's frozen, waiting for someone else to lead. Online harassment? People see it, but wait for others to report. Lost child crying in a mall? Folks walk past, assuming someone else is helping. It's not laziness, it's brain lag. Everyone's buffering, everyone's thinking the same thing. Someone else has got this. Spoiler, no one's got it. Psychologists Latane and Darley were so rattled by the Kitty Genovese case, they did experiments to test it. One famous version? Participants were put in rooms and told to fill out paperwork. Then, smoke starts pouring in. When alone, 75% reported the smoke. In groups, that number dropped to 10%. Why? Everyone looks around and thinks, if no one's panicking, maybe it's fine. Again, that's pluralistic ignorance, a fancy way of saying everyone's confused but pretending not to be. So, was Kitty really ignored by 38 people? Not exactly. Later investigations showed some neighbors did call the police, some didn't hear anything, others assumed it was a lover's quarrel. And remember, it was 1964. No smartphones, no instant video, still horrifying, just more complicated. But the myth sparked change. It got psychologists talking, policymakers too. Suddenly, society realized doing nothing could be lethal. It forced society and science to ask, what stops people from helping? Good news? You can beat the bystander effect. Psychologists found that when people feel personally responsible, they act. Want someone to help? Point at them, make it specific. You in the red shirt, call an ambulance. Think the bystander effect is vintage? Think again. Online hate? Thousands see it. Few intervene. Public accidents? Filming beats helping. Medical emergencies? People freeze or film. But when one person jumps in, others usually follow. All it takes is one domino. And when you see something, don't wait. Your hesitation might be mirrored by others, but your action? That's contagious too. Be the first domino. People follow bravery just as easily as they follow silence. It's like a social permission slip. It takes one spark to light up the crowd. So next time you see someone in need, don't look around. Act, even if you're unsure. even if it feels awkward. Because the truth is, everyone else is probably waiting for someone like you, and yes, sometimes you'll be wrong. But it's better to risk awkwardness than regret. Because if everyone thinks someone else will help, no one will. The Kitty Genovese case shocked the world, but it also sparked a revolution in how we think about responsibility, courage, and action. So the next time you freeze and think, should I help? Remember, you're not alone, but you might be the only one who acts. If this made you rethink the way we freeze in groups, subscribe to Wired Weird. Hit that like button. Share this with that friend who always hesitates in emergencies. And stay curious, because psychology isn't just a textbook. It's happening around you every day.